Hi friends, Dean here with Escape to Gaming. Today I've got a simple how-to tip. Many people wonder, what the hell do you do when you buy, used games for your collection and they've got stickers all over them? Sometimes the stickers will come off easy, sometimes they won't. Now this particular one, these ones were recently put on, so they come right off. Sometimes there'll be a sticker over a sticker, but sometimes they'll left some residue underneath, or there was a previous sticker underneath there, and sometimes that won't come off. So this top one will, but I guarantee you, this one won't. This one's been baked on there. Probably was an old GameStop from God knows how long ago. I mean, you go to try to take it off, and it just peels the paper layer up, and it's not coming off. And there's another one on the back. And quite often, people will see these stickers and give up, and they'll just show their collections. You see, endless collections on YouTube. You go, yeah, here's one of my favorite games, Chronicle of Riddick, and it's like, God, would it kill you to remove the stickers? But some people just don't know. They don't realize you can do it. Quite often in the past, I mean, I've even swapped the cases out. You can open the game up, and then they tape them. See, on top, I can't even open it because they have Scotch tape on the ends. They put 2 pieces of Scotch tape on every game, and it leaves a sticky residue when you take it off, or you're picking at it. It's a pain in the ass. I just had this 007 Racing, which was covered with stickers, and you'll see in a video I'm going to show you that I was able to remove them. So I got some PS1 games, there's stickers all over them, tape and stickers all over these games. Sometimes it comes off, sometimes it doesn't. This game here, the jewel case is not the greatest, it's a little bit scuffed up and wrinkled, but this was a great game that was covered with stickers. I mean, I've never seen one so bad, and this is the one that I used as an example. So I'm going to show you how to remove these stickers with this wonderful product that I've discovered. Not many people know about it. It won't damage the artwork. You can even have stickers that are on the paper itself, and you can use it and remove them, and it won't hurt the artwork at all. It's great for game cartridges like the Super NES games or the Sega Genesis. It's a great deal. So I'll show you what I did. In fact, I bought this Agile Warrior, an original tall box at yard sale. It had a big round yellow sticker, an EB game sticker on it, covering the thing up, and that was all faded, but the guy, sold it that way. And of course, it ruined, covered up the whole artwork. I used this special stuff that I'm going to show you. I let it soak, it removed it, did not damage the artwork, and that's the beauty of what I'm going to show you. Is it's designed not to damage rare photographs or printed artwork like this, but it does remove completely all adhesive stickers, the residue from stickers, or the stickers themselves. So hopefully this will be something interesting for you. It's something that a lot of people, I know Metal Jesus had a gaming collection video recently talking about pet peeves of collecting, and I put that in the comments. Someone was wondering, God, I can't get the stickers off, what do I do? So I told them, and I've had multiple people comment on my comment on that video and say, oh, thanks for that. I never knew you could do that. Thanks so much for the tip. So here's my tip. I hope it helps. It's worked pretty well for me in the past. So, I just picked these games up, and you can see they're completely caked with stickers, and there's Scotch tape, stickers over stickers over stickers, and there's tape on the spines right here. The store I get them from, one of my major complaints with all of them, even the ones that are clean, like these ones, the stickers come right off. You just easily use your fingernail, lift them up, and they peel right off, usually without leaving any residue at all, because they're fairly new stickers and they're not too horrendous. These are easy. The tape here, they put tape on the sides, which I just use my nails and cut it. And usually you can just take the piece of tape and peel it off. Sometimes it leaves a little sticky residue, and I have a trick for that. So this is a good example of one. It's not too bad. So you can pick the tape off, and it doesn't look too bad. That one's an easy one. I'm going to show some difficult ones and show you how I deal with them. Now this is all of them are like this. I got all of these. They all have stickers and Scotch tape all over them. Sometimes the stuff comes off, and sometimes it doesn't. Now this is one I've been looking for the longest time. It's Test Drive Eve of Destruction. And I've been looking for the longest time. I could have found it on eBay, but this is the first time I've seen it locally. It's covered with stickers. This is an excellent example. Stickers upon stickers. and it's got like, you know, sticky grime and what have you. Well, there's this wonderful product. It's called rubber cement thinner, or rubber cement solvent thinner, and it's for reducing or thinning rubber cement. Now, this you can find at art supply stores or graphic design houses where they sell graphic design and art supplies. And I'm surprised we can even still get this in California. It's a mild solvent. Now, what it's designed for is in graphic arts, we had a lot of artwork and photographs that's very rare, or there's very delicate photos or art, and you don't want to damage it. Use like, you know, something like paint thinner or lacquer thinner, and you'll ruin a photograph. This stuff you can put over rare photographs with Scotch tape. It removes all the adhesive, and it's a beautiful thing. So you take like a paper towel. Usually take a paper towel like this, and I'll fold it into like a square like this, and I just soak it. Just tip it upside down, soak your rag, so the rag is soaked with it now, and then you just take it and you just hold it on there. You just hold it over the paper. Now, if some of the vinyl stickers that are vinyl, it may not penetrate them to remove it, and you have to kind of peel the outer layer off as best you can first. And this has got layers and layers of stickers, and there's just a tremendous amount of crap stuck to this. But it'll all come off with the magic of this rubber cement thinner. I've seen so many videos over the years, and top 10 videos, and people's Xbox or PS2 collections, and they show their wonderful game collections, but they have these god-awful stickers all over them, and I don't know if they're lazy or they just gave up on trying to remove them. So after you soak it, sometimes you have to soak it for a while. This has got like layers of stickers on here, but it's coming off. I tried this last night. In fact, I went out this morning and bought this because I realized I was out of it, and that's why I thought I'd do this video. So even when it comes up like this, it's already coming up easier because it's starting to soak through. Just peel up what you can. Yeah, look at these layers of where it's been sold so many times. You just soak it again. It doesn't. What's beautiful about it, if you use lacquer thinner or paint thinner on this, it would haze the plastic to where it would be very dull, and it would look terrible. But this won't do that. So you just soak it, and kind of hold it on there so the fumes kind of penetrate the paper. There it goes. It's starting to come right up. It takes a while. You have to kind of soak it pretty good. You don't want to pour this stuff on there, but you just peel up. I tried this last night. None of this would come off because of this stuff. And sometimes it'll just fall right off. Just put a little dab on there, let it soak a little more. And there's like generations of stickers. These were layers of stickers that were on here. And they're all coming off, even with all that thick paper. See, now it's sitting on there. And there's an old crusty one that's probably been on there for a decade or God knows how long. It's coming right off. Usually take your fingernail. So I left my fingernails intentionally long for this so I'd have something to kind of pick it up. You don't want to use anything sharp because it's going to scratch or tear the plastic. But usually something soft like your fingernail works great. And you just remove it. And I'll usually take a fresh paper towel and remove the residual rubber cement thinner. Now another trick which I use, in fact I've done it on some things, if you just have a little adhesive, like you see some of this black stuff on the ends, there's a little bit of grime and what have you. You can see little pieces of it. This stuff will come right off with this. You just wipe over it and let it soak, and a lot of that stuff will come right off. But the beauty is you can take a little bit of, if you haven't, this is kind of gross in a way, but if you haven't taken a shower or after work come home, when you've been a little bit sweaty, take your finger and wipe a little bit of your natural oils off your forehead or your nose. This is an old sign painter's trick. Back in the sign painting days, we used to paint with enamels and lacquers, and sometimes you'd have like a little mishap, you'd have a smudge on there, a little bit of paint that got on there. You could actually take some natural oils off your nose, and you can wipe them on your finger, and then it'll actually remove the adhesive as well. See, like here's a sticker right up here, and then one here. You just kind of soak them. I'll flip this over, use the other side. Just kind of keep it wet, and just soak them good. And this is another really thick sticker, so we'll see if it will penetrate here. See, once it's been on there a while, this stuff starts coming off real easy. If you leave it on long enough, sometimes the thing will just slide off in one piece. But I get impatient. I like to get it off, and then I just use the rag to get the rest of the adhesive off. See, and it slowly, it removes it. There's another big one right up there. There's a lot of stickers on this one. See, look at that. It's just coming right off like nothing. Just falls off, and it doesn't hurt the plastic. That's the beauty of it. Any other thinner would destroy this plastic and would dull it. And I found that out the hard way with old jewel cases of CDs. I usually will take the rag and kind of turn it inside out so it's still wet, but it's not as dirty. And then soak it a little more. Just hold it on there. Still a little bit up there. It just comes right off. Just kind of hold it and kind of let it soak the paper, and it penetrates the paper. This is a tough one because it's got almost like a vinyl layer on the top. Sometimes that top paper or vinyl sticker, the stuff won't penetrate very good, and you have to kind of peel the top layer off so that it can get, it likes the paper. If you get it right on that paper, it soaks right in like a napkin, like a paper napkin, and you can get it off. So I try to peel off as much as I can. But this thing was like, I mean, most people would never even attempt to try to take these stickers off, something like this. Typically, if I get impatient, I just swap the case out for another one that doesn't have all this. See, now it's coming right up. If I can get that top layer off, it'll come up even faster. Yeah, there we go. It's a beautiful thing. I'm surprised more gamers haven't tried this, and I've used it on CDs. I buy a tremendous amount of DVDs and use Blu-rays, and it works well on everything. Just soak it. You just soak it good, and now it just comes right up with your nail. It's like it's just, if you leave it on there long enough, it'll come up even easier. Some paper comes off easier than others, ridiculously easy. And you just keep soaking it. This is one of the worst ones I have. Typically I'll try to buy cleaner games with cleaner cases, but because this game was so rare, now I could easily just swap it out with one of my lesser original Xbox games, you know, or buy some inexpensive $2 sports game and just trade out the case, and sometimes that works. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes these old cases get cracked or they get torn or something happens, and you pretty much have to anyway. You have to replace the case, and this will work on, you know, stickers that are on, you know, old Sega Genesis cartridges or Super NES cartridges. You have to be careful with the original stickers on there that you don't damage them. But if you use it lightly and let the stuff work for you, it's a way of working smarter, not harder. It comes right up. Here, I take this residual stuff, wipe off the rest of it. Wipe all that stuff right off there. There's still just a little bit more on there. It comes right up. All the little residual adhesive stuff. I take this and kind of buff off the excess when I'm all done, and it's all nice and clean. It's a clean deal. I think there's one on the back. There's one here on the back too. Let me grab that, get that real quick. So I'm letting that soak for a little bit. I'm going to do another one. I'm going to try, let's try this 007 Racing. This one's got just crap all over it. So again, what I'll do is I'll get in here and I'll take off, I don't know if you can see it, there's a piece of Scotch tape right in the center here. Right there. And I hate that. My store does it with every single game. Sometimes just to check to see if it has the original manual in it, I got to take my thumb and break off this tape. So, you know, the Scotch tape will come up. It just takes a minute to get the edge of it. But what the beauty of the rubber cement thinner is, it'll take off the kind of sticky residue that's left from behind the tape, which it does have. It's a little sticky, not bad, but And you just take this and wipe it off. Soak this. In fact, let me just get a new rag just because I can. So a can like this will last me for usually about 5 years. I'll get about 5 years out of a little tiny can like that. Cost me $15 at an art supply store. My wife loves it too because she'll buy things on eBay that have stickers on them or have Scotch tape and that have been on there quite a while, and she uses it as well. So it's a wonderful thing. In the past, she had used jewel cases like this, and she'd take some of her fingernail polish remover and use it, and it would haze the plastic and like dull it. But this won't. That's the beauty of it. It's designed for delicate photographs and artwork where it removes adhesive without damaging the original art and everything. See, now that that's been on there a while, my fingernails are really long. I'm a painter, so I use them quite often to remove masking tape. So I like to leave my fingernails a little longer sometimes for removing all the masking that I do. Yeah, this little sticker just fell right off. Wouldn't even come off last night when I tried it. I spent more time driving down to the art supply place across town to buy this than I actually did removing the stickers. So, you know, I'll peel the paper off. That's why I use my fingernail, because it's softer. It won't scratch the plastic. So now that it's like this, it'll come off even easier. So I'll just get this nice and wet again. Now I'll hold it on there. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and start taking this one off. See, this has got some Scotch tape holding it as well. But it comes off a lot easier. And there's a little residue from it, but that'll come right off in seconds with this. Yeah, see, it came right off. It's like nothing. So I hold that on there. You kind of hold it down, and the fumes help to remove the adhesive. So now, I don't know if you can see it, there's still a bunch of it left. The stuff just falls right off now. It's just like a mushy mess. It softens it to where it just wants to come right off. Just hold it on there. Like I said, just use your fingernail to where you don't scratch plastic. Just do it very lightly. No point in gouging it. Now this case has a crack in it. So, I mean, eventually I may want to replace this jewel case, but I'm not too fussy about that stuff. I just hate stickers. It's just nothing like seeing a collection that's just nice and clean. It may not be mint, it may not look like brand new, but it's close. I mean, you get, at a glance, they look clean, they're neat. You can always replace the jewel cases later, obviously. Sometimes it pays to keep the original case if it has some special area for booklets or memory cards or something like that, especially the PS2 cases. Sometimes it's nice to have the original case. I was going to buy Red Faction 2 today, but someone put an Xbox version of it in a black DVD case, and so I passed on it because I wanted the original jewel case. Now look at that, it's a beautiful thing. So other than the crack, you got a nice clean case. Those stickers are on there. They weren't going anywhere. Here's another sticker on the back. That's the remainder of it, and it's very sticky. It's sticky there, so you just take this, just wipes it right off like nothing. Here's another one in the back. Let's just put a little soak this one. Now this one's been on here for years. You can tell it's from another retail store. Soak it. Looks like it's maybe a couple stickers, or at least one, thick one. And once it permeates the paper and then soaks through and dissolves the adhesive on the back, it'll come right up like butter. That's the beauty of it. The longer you soak it, I get impatient. I want to pick it right off. Sometimes if you just sit and you're patient with it, it'll come up in one big piece, depending on the thickness of the sticker and how fragile it is. Yeah, this is coming right up now. Looks like it's a sticker on top of another one or something. It's pretty thick. And so you get that top layer of paper off, and this stuff can work on the adhesive faster. Yeah, this is a very old, hardened sticker. It's very crusty. Most people would never even attempt to get a sticker like this off. It starts to come right off once you weaken the integrity of the paper and the adhesive. soak it some more. So I like leaving my fingernails a little longer because they're great for lifting up masking tape and removing things like this. And you just keep soaking it. Eventually it all comes up. Some of these older stickers will take longer. The newer ones that have only been on a year or two, they'll come right up like nothing. Now this is already coming right off now. See, once you soak it like that, it just weakens what's left of the paper and adhesive. Your fingernail just shaves it right off. And then you use the rag with the remaining thinner to wipe off the remaining residue. So there's a couple little pieces right in there. This stuff, it works like magic. So that was one of the worst. Those are two of the worst examples that I've seen. Let me get a fresh paper towel. Now you wipe it all off. And there you go. 007 Racing. Not a great racing game, but still kind of cool to have in the old collection. It looks nice. Case is in great shape. It looks great with all the stickers off it. And it's a beautiful thing. And now I'll go back while I'm editing this, and I'll remove my last sticker on the back here. But at least that gives you an idea. And, you know, like I said, you get so many stickers on these games and Scotch tape and things on there, and it's just nice to have something that works great to save and preserve our collection. So when people look at our boxes on the shelf, it looks nice. Now this one is all kind of wrinkled up. It's an old kind of thrash case and it's kind of scuffed, but it looks a hell of a lot better than it did. Oops, still a little bit of stuff. See, it came right off, just the fact that it had that stuff on it. And you just wipe off the residual, and it's like new. That's how you get stickers off from game cartridges and jewel cases and DVD cases. So hopefully this will help you out.